Alright, welcome back to another episode of G-Man Fishing. Today we're going to use the live target bait ball. We're going after bass again for the fourth time this year. Haven't had no luck yet. It's April the 3rd, and so we're just going to try and get a bass. We didn't bring the trout gear. We didn't bring too much for anything other than bass. I've got all the trout stuff, but I'm not fishing for trout. I'm fishing for bass, trying to get the first one of the year. So, we're here at Haystack Reservoir. It's been warm the last week, real nice, so I think we're going to have a little bit better luck today. I won't swear or promise anything, but we're going to go ahead and give her a shot. We're going to throw this live target for a little bit. Maybe some Senkos, maybe a jig, maybe a swim bait. So hopefully today we finally get our first bass. I'm telling you, it should be good. We can find them. And get them to bite. I do have two rods with me. One's the Corrado with the braid, and then I've got this bass reel I've had for many years. Caught a lot of fish off of it. I don't even know the name of it. My wife bought it for me here a while back, a few years ago. It was a surprise buy because I didn't expect her to buy it, but she bought it for me. So I do use it. I just don't use it as much as I do my Corrados. I may be burning these baits too fast yet, but I don't usually fish slow for bass. I'm looking for that reaction strike. Whoops. Sorry about that. I hooked your line, man. I'm off of it. See, underneath that pier, there should be a bass if they're hungry, but I don't know if they are. So just to give you guys a little update, I have switched to Keitech swim bait. I fish from the pier all the way over to the dam. It's been very slow going, but the water's still a little cold. I don't expect a whole lot of action yet because it's still cold, but it's warming up and the fish should be getting active and should be getting ready to go into pre-spawn mode, so they should be starting to eat. So we'll see what happens. We've had a couple days of 70-degree weather. I know it's warmed up the water some, and it's just a matter of time before we start catching some bass. And we're going to catch some big ones in this pre-spawn mode if we ever start catching them. My problem is I'm still probably fishing my baits a little too fast. I'm not good with fishing slow. I'm a getter out there, get it in front of a fish and get them to strike kind of person, as fast as possible. But that's probably not the best strategy, being that the water's still cold. It's probably come up to probably, I don't know, 45, maybe 50 with the warm weather, because I mean it's been 50s, 60s, and 70s for the last week and this week, so I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. So anywho, I have been doing some different styles of retrieves, and I have done some slowing down when I'm jigging my Keitech, but it's just hadn't worked out. But we're going to fish the rest of this dam, probably clear over to maybe close to the cliffs, and then we're going to work back and then maybe work our way around the other side of the lake or the reservoir, and hopefully we'll figure out something that they're biting on, get on a pattern. I may have to switch to even a spinnerbait, because that may be the ticket. I don't know. G-Man out. Time for a little update. I have worked all the way across the dam from the pier. Not one bass bite. I've got the swim jig on, not the Keitech, but the swim jig. I just, you know, it's not really stumping me because I know the situation. I know the water's still cold. I know that we've been on a warming trend. The water temp should be coming up. And, well, in my opinion, the bass should be feeding. I don't know what the water temp is, and that could be the key to it. Is if the water only came up to 40, 45, you know, they're still going to be feeding. They're just not going to be feeding as they would if it was 50, 55 degrees. Now, I'm not saying it's that warm because I don't know. I don't have a thermometer and can't check temperatures. But the negative thing is they got the canals turned on. Ochiko and Prineville needed to be filled up by this time. They weren't. So I think they're probably going to run out of water before irrigation season's over with. That stinks for us fishermen because there won't be no water in Prineville or Ochiko's. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about that. But I'm going to go and work the other side of the lake now and see if I can't get that first bass of the year. Alright, we got a fish on. Not real sure what we got yet, but it's acting like a big one. Not real sure what we got. He's big. So I got my drag set loose so that he don't break me off. I already lost one big fish, but I don't know how big this fish is. Well, I know it's big, but I don't know what kind of fish it is. It might be one of them big old brood trout. Might be a big old sucker. I was fishing. Been trying to catch bass, but that wasn't panning out, so I decided to come fish the canal, and got something good on here, whatever it is. He just barely tapped it too. Oh, come on, get out of them weeds. Come on, get out of them weeds, get out of the tree. Come on. I know I got 8-pound P-line on here, but still, I don't want to horse him. I didn't horse that last one, and he took drag, and he just plain out snapped me off. But I was using some split shots, and it probably weakened my line earlier. So, ow. Whatever he is, he's good size fish. I'm guessing it's probably a sucker staying down. I'm guessing it's probably a sucker. Who knows, it could be one of them big broods. Just never know. It's starting to come up a little bit. Yep, big old sucker. Big old sucker. He just barely tapped it and then set on it. But hey, I'm not going to complain. That's a fun fish to catch. Real fun fish to catch. Alright, I didn't bring a net because, well, I didn't know what to expect. Alright. I don't want to grab him by the gills because I don't want to hurt him none. Yeah, that's pretty nice sized sucker. Pick him up, show y'all. I mean, that thing's huge. But we'll kiss him and sing him back. Bye bye, buddy. Alright, we finally got a fish today. Sweet. That is going to be a skunker. Got another fish on. It's probably another sucker. I don't know. The point I can tell you when a fish is running downstream, keep your rod tip pointed upstream. Try and get him to turn around and come up the way you want him to come up. Now these are some big suckers I'm catching. Now that was not the intent, but it's what I'm catching. So pull it up and be one of them big old brood trout. That'd be pretty cool. But the way he's acting, it's probably a sucker. But just using a worm, throwing it out there. The water's still not that warm yet, but it's still, you know, I figured with the warm weather we've had, the bass would be more active than what they've been. But it is what it is. You know, you kind of have to get what you can get. You know, I don't have 2 days to fish like some YouTubers, or 3 days to fish to get a fish. I've only got 1 day a week to get a fish. And another sucker. Another big old sucker. I'm not going to complain none. They're fun to catch. And if you guys ever decide to come out here to Haystack, come check out the canal. You know, it's you're going to see some of the bass fishing stuff in this video that I done. I threw a lot of baits today. No luck. I don't think he's as big as the last one, but he's a nice one. I give him that much. And they're all pretty to me, so he's not ugly. Getting his spawning colors started here. Or his spawning spots or whatever. See, when they get ready to spawn, they get these bumps. I don't know why that is, but every time it's gotten close to spawning season and start catching these suckers, they get these bumps or whatever they are. But it is what it is. And there's another beautiful sucker. Goodbye. Love you. See you next time. Alright. Making a video.